everyone, here's what's coming up tonight on News Center Now, helping foster families in Maine, one scrunchie at a time.
You may have seen something going around Instagram that can use your pictures for almost anything, but is it true? This is News Center Now.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Keith Carson.
And I'm Lindsay Mills. The 2020 presidential election right around the corner. Hopeful candidates are busy in campaigning and raising money across the country.
Yeah, tonight one of the 2,187 Democrats running for president will be here in Maine. Mayor Pete Buttigieg will be holding a rally in Portland at the State Theater.
Which is where we find Samantha York live tonight with a preview of the event. Hi, Sam.
Hey guys, yeah, you can actually already see people starting to line up outside of the State Theater here in Portland. Buttigieg is the first major 2020 presidential candidate to make a stop here in Maine. Democratic supporters, donors, they're all expected to be here at the rally this evening. Now, Buttigieg is most commonly heard as Mayor Pete. He is the first major gay presidential candidate who is also openly gay. He's one of nearly 24 Democratic contenders hoping to challenge and defeat President Donald Trump next November. It's pretty rare for a candidate to visit Maine this early on, but tonight's event is really not so much about a political spectacle as it is to bring in some money and really solidify his base here in Maine. A lot of Buttigieg's policies are based on equality, which could really resonate well with many Maine voters, as well as his only formal proposal so far, which is improving health care in rural states like Maine. That could play well in the 2nd District, where last election cycle, President Donald Trump took home the win. He's the first Republican to do so since President George H.W. Bush back in 1988. So this rally here is set to kick off around 6 o'clock, again at the State Theater. We'll have another preview for you coming up on News Center at 6 and a full recap of the rally for you tonight on News Center Maine at 11. Guys, back to you.
All right, Sam, thanks so much. So we're almost at the weekend. A lot of people making plans, and weather obviously is a huge factor in all that.
Looks good. Today was hot.
Yeah.
It was, I knew it was going to be warm, but we got to 87 in Sanford and 85 in Portland. It's still sticky out there too. So it was noticeably hot, and it will be going downhill. So capture this feeling, because as we go to the weekend, it will not be hot at all. We'll go back down in the 70s and some 60s. 84 in Bangor officially. Current temperatures sticking about that. Buxton at 86 right now, 85 in Sanford, 84 in Parsons Field, 80 in Portland, a bit of a sea breeze there. Sea breeze right along the immediate coastline over down east as well, but still 80 in Bangor and Old Town, sitting at 81 degrees. Most of us were sunny through the day. We did have a thin line of showers and thunderstorms out there. There is a small risk that one or two of these storms here could pop into strong to severe territory, because we're getting an outflow boundary here that's colliding with a sea breeze boundary. So when you get those together, you can get the air moving upward pretty quickly. So these all look fine to me. That one is interesting to the north and east of Augusta. Obviously, we'll keep an eye on that, see if it gets severe. But the models aren't too hot on it. It settles down later on tonight. Northwest winds shift, and we start filtering in much cooler and noticeably drier air. And tomorrow we start with just a few clouds along the immediate coastline. After that, it's sunny through the afternoon. But you'll notice temperatures only into the low and mid 70s. And Lindsay, it actually gets even cooler for the upcoming weekend.
All right, Keith, thanks. New England Patriots safety Patrick Chung has been indicted by a grand jury on a drug possession charge in Belknap County, New Hampshire. According to court documents filed August 8th in Superior Court, the star defensive player is accused of possessing cocaine about 2 months ago on June 25th. The 32-year-old is scheduled to be arraigned next Wednesday, and the Patriots released a statement saying they would not be commenting at this time. New research shows fewer Americans are dying in car accidents. The National Safety Council says less than 19,000 people died in wrecks during the first 6 months of the year. That's a 3% drop from the same time last year. Unfortunately, in Maine, there was an increase of 9 deaths in that span. The nonprofit group projects that deaths for the entire year will drop below 40,000 for the first time since 2015. The number of severe lung disease cases linked to vaping continues to rise. The CDC says there are 153 possible cases reported in 16 states. No deaths so far have been reported, but some patients do need ongoing mechanical breathing assistance. The illness initially looks like a bad respiratory infection, but then does not get any better with normal treatment. No cause has been identified, but all of the patients reported using vaping products that either contain nicotine or THC. Well, these next few stories serve as a reminder to be very careful with your personal information.
Now, 5 people have been arrested in relation to stealing identifying information and millions of dollars from mostly elderly and disabled veterans. Police say the 5 face several criminal charges, including aggravated identity theft, wire fraud, and conspiracy. None of the people arrested were from Maine. According to the indictment, the scheme began when one defendant, who was a civilian employee at a U.S. Army installation, stole identifying information for thousands of military service personnel that was used to access benefits and steal from bank accounts. It's bad enough to steal from people, con people, but the elderly and veterans is like
another level.
Next level. So is somebody out there. All right, do you hate dealing with unwanted robocalls?
Yes.
Well, spammers are now sending robo-texts.
Oh, it's one more thing we need. According to the Wall Street Journal, the Federal Trade Commission received more than 93,000 complaints about those unwanted texts just last year. Experts say if you receive a robo-text, don't reply at all. Don't click on any links they may send, and never reply with stop, even if the message asks you to opt out. Replying can confirm your phone is active. So when in doubt, just block the number. Consumers are urged to forward any spam text to the Federal Communications Commission by texting them to 7726 or spam.
You know what's weird? I get robo-sext messages.
That
It's
is
just like
weird.
it's a computer case that's wide open. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Should I forward those to?
I would just maybe keep those to yourself.
Delete those.
Okay, don't fall for this. Don't fall for Keith, and then don't fall for this.
This is why I don't anchor.
An Instagram hoax claims the social media site is changing its rules in order to access users' photos.
Yeah, the hoax message says that everything you've posted becomes public and that the image uploaded to Instagram can be used in court cases and litigation against you. Many have fallen for the hoax, including celebrities and politicians. However, officials at Instagram, which is owned by Facebook, confirm that the message is fake. They also say that no rules are being updated and no images will be used in court. If this looks familiar, you're not wrong. This type of post can be traced back to 2012. Similar messages were spreading around social media at that time.
A lot of people sharing that on my news feed as well. So
yeah, I mean, it seems like you can't trust Facebook with your stuff, so that's a fair assessment. But you posting that they can't have it isn't.
it's not going to do anything.
Not how any of this works.
No.
All right, it's always important to have your finances in order as an adult. Coming up, we'll have some money advice for college students getting ready for their first semester.
Yeah, before you know it, you'll be sending Luca to college.
Geez.
And later, 4 sisters are using their sewing machine to support their mom's dream of helping foster families in Maine. A lot of families are close to getting back into the school mode, and it's especially important to make sure finances are in order for that. Here to give us some tips on that, John Paradise from Town & Country Federal Credit Union. John, thanks so much for being
Always
with
a
us.
pleasure, thanks.
So first up, what are some easy things that college kids can consider and their parents?
Well, I think they need to get a handle on understanding finances, create a budget, know where they're getting money from and know how much money they have and, what's supposed to go in, what's supposed to go out, when scholarship payments are due or when, loans are coming due. Get organized. And that really goes with creating a budget. But get a handle on exactly what kind of financial situation you're in before you head off to school.
I was very aware of my financial situation because I had no money. Is it worth getting a credit card? This is something I didn't do in college, but I've heard suggestions on it.
It's a great idea, Keith. In the fact, the biggest factor is it's a great way to start building credit. My oldest daughter, goes off to college next Friday. So first thing that she did in August to start the month off and to get really prepared in college mode was to get a credit card. $500 limit.
Okay.
It's
nothing.
That's a pretty good general rule of thumb. You don't want to go exorbitant, but that doesn't mean she has to spend all $500 every month. But it gets them in the habit, and it's also a great way for a child to build credit at an early age.
Sure. What are some of the essential items that can be found, maybe at a good discount?
Well, don't buy everything new. Whether you're getting a dorm room or you're living off campus, you can go and find some great things secondhand. You don't need designer furniture. You don't need, the top of the line microwave or whatever. Go and look at secondhand shops. Those are a great way to find, especially like, furniture, upholstery, rugs, things like that. Things that, you don't really care that get messed up, and so you don't really want to invest a lot, but you need, even curtains.
Right.
Find some secondhand things. It can save you a lot of money. It's good for the environment, and it's most importantly good for your budget.
It's like the campus fridge. If you have like multiple kids going to college, you pass down that one fridge from kid to kid.
Nothing needs to be new there. It gets banged up pretty quickly.
Absolutely not.
All right. Thank you, John. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Yes. All right, guys. Thanks so much. Well, more at our website and mobile app. Tomorrow is the start of the American Folk Festival in Bangor. Later on, we'll hear from one of the performers.
And also, I'll do my real job coming up after the break. There's 4 jobs now. I'm recently dad khaki model. That's a new thing.
I've never seen you wear khakis.
Yeah, pleated only. Pleated only. And then also I'm Liam's assistant. That's mainly a weekend job. Well, there's an urgent need for more foster parents in Maine. Currently, there are more children in foster care than the number of foster homes available. So that means many foster families are caring for more than one child.
By streamlining the home inspection process and improving in-home clinical support, the Department of Health and Human Services has launched new initiatives to help current and new foster parents. However, one local family very familiar with the process is doing their part to help other families like them.
Yeah, Sissy's gonna finish her purple one right now, and then you can wear it.
Is there anything more adorable?
You can put the elastic through it if you want the orange one.
Yeah. Don't press it right now, okay?
Than this.
Why?
Because you're gonna cut Sissy's finger off if you do that.
Sisters bonding over the hair accessories they're making themselves.
Just like that, right?
Bree Morrill is one of 8.
Good?
Yeah.
How many do we have?
3?
No, we have a lot.
Way more than 3. 2?
These 4 sisters are so close you would never know all but one were adopted.
She was going back into foster care, so Pam came to live with us. And then Caitlin, we got a call when she was about 6 months, and she came to live with us, and we picked up this one from the hospital.
Over the summer, Bree and Pam's new hobby evolved into something more, something that could bring life to their mom's dream.
Our mom has always wanted to start a foster care loan closet, so that's where anyone can donate clothes, really anything. Keep going, keep going.
With a sewing machine
And stop. Nice job.
and fabric.
We got a bunch of colors. We have more of the Disney
And we
one,
have like a puppy one.
a puppy one.
And extra help from little hands
I can't do scrunchies. It hurt my finger already.
and tiny feet.
We're gonna do it together, okay?
No, I want to do it for myself.
Okay, ready? Go ahead, press the pedal.
Okay.
There you go.
They started making hair scrunchies. A lot of hair scrunchies.
There you go.
They sell them on Instagram.
Looks like tapping and hook.
The money raised will help the doors open for their mom's loan closet for foster families. But they needed a name.
Ready?
Turns out that was the easiest part.
A piece
In my heart.
and make it
On your own.
Bree found the perfect fit at a concert. Shawn Mendes was performing Never Be Alone.
It just hit home because they didn't have very much when they came here. Maria came with the clothes she was wearing from the hospital in a car seat.
And that was the name. A Piece of My Heart Loan Closet.
Never be alone.
Simple lyrics with so much meaning for Bree.
We have sleepovers all the time and you're never alone. So.
And a simple hair accessory showing foster families everywhere they aren't alone. Thanks, guys. Matches my outfit. They picked me a good one, the scrunchie here. It's awesome, and it actually does a really great job. So if you guys want to get a scrunchie to support their cause, the Morrills are selling them on Instagram. Just search BP_scrunchies, and you see they're just getting started there, but they have all different fabrics and colors and patterns, and the girls are just very proud. They love going to the fabric store and picking out their favorite patterns.
I like the designs. Plus, you know what? I mean, if you need one, great. But if you don't, you
You're still helping a
It's
great
good.
cause.
It's
We've
good stuff.
actually already heard from folks on Instagram since we posted this story online, reaching out, offering ways they can help the loan closet. So it's just really good to see that people care and they want to do their part and help.
Good.
Awesome.
Good. All right. So today was hot.
It was hot. But we're going to really have to bundle up this weekend.
I know, it's interesting. I like those first couple of cool days, but then I get a little nervous after that. You know, it's this time of the year you start worrying. We'll talk about where we're going here. Currently it's 80 in Portland, 85 still in Sanford, 82 in Wiscasset, and 70s into the mountains. We had a lot of sun along the immediate coastline and just one thin band of showers and thunderstorms out there right now. They are decent little showers and storms, though, moving into Bangor here. And then this cell to the northeast of Augusta is still the most interesting one in the state. But I did scan it just now with the velocity data, and there's nothing fishy going on with it. So I think it'll just be your garden variety thunderstorm as it moves off to the east. Those move offshore tonight, and then our air mass changes overnight tonight. Northwest winds bring in drier, cooler air, and we start with a few clouds along the coast on Friday morning, but get rid of those by 8, 9 o'clock in most spots, and then we're sunny through the day on Friday. It's actually a pretty nice day, much cooler, much more crisp with dew points way down. And we roll that straight forward into Saturday as well. Saturday is a nice sunny day, but again, it's on the cool side for sure. Temperatures only right around 70 degrees or so, and that's your high temperature. So a lot of the day will be spent in the 60s, and then even cooler on Sunday, in which I think we only get to around 67, 68 for a high temperature on Sunday afternoon. So a nice pattern, but it will be cool. Watch all that humidity go away by tomorrow morning. You can see it being pushed offshore by those northwest winds. And if you progress this forward in time straight through the weekend, you'll notice that our dew points are very, very low on Saturday and Sunday, upper 40s for the most part, which means that we're going to stay crisp all the way through. So again, the weekend is nice but cool. Monday looks cool as well. Look at the morning lows there on Monday, 45. Wow. And that's, I'm kind of taking the average. The mountains will be even cooler. And then 47 in the morning on Tuesday. Oh, only 6 degrees apparently on Tuesday afternoon. Got to fix that one. It should be 69. And then Tuesday afternoon along the coast is going to be around 70 degrees or so. And late next week, we've got, I'm not sure. We may not get those showers. There's a little extra tropical cyclone that's kind of floating around out there. So we have to keep an eye on that and see if it's going to be rain or it's going to just miss us.
Okay. So I might be feeling kind of fallish at the American Folk Festival this weekend up in Bangor.
Definitely.
We are just one day, speaking of, from the opening act of the American Folk Festival.
The performers this year come from 6 different countries and 6 different states, from Korea to California. News Center's Samantha Sugarman is live. And Sam, I got to ask first of all, is it raining there? Because the radar looks like it should be.
Keith, I was just saying it just started sprinkling as soon as I got out here, so it must just be my luck. But we're talking about the American Folk Festival now, and I gotta tell you, folks at home may have never heard from this one artist, but Yuli Brokawka is a big deal in Albania, which also happens to be his home country. Before immigrating to the U.S., he spent 20 to 30 years driving around on weekends just collecting folk music from all across his country. He collected nearly 400 songs, making him the foremost knowledge on folk music from his home country. Now, if you ask him, he'll jokingly tell you that he's been preparing for a performance like this since he was 16 years old. The duo, Brokawka on the accordion and his guitarist, Orson Horkler, have only been playing together for the past year and a half, though. Together in Bangor for the festival's opening festivities, it wasn't even music that brought them together at first. They met when Brokawka was recommended to Horkler for his craftsmanship. Horkler has a construction company that hires immigrants exclusively, so he hired Brokawka, and they've been working together ever since. They communicate with their hands and using Google Translate, but I'm told the translation doesn't work well in Albanian.
It's incredibly challenging for us because we don't speak the same language. We also, his music was separated from the Western world for about 30 years with the separation, between the communist world and the West. So we also have completely different concepts of music, and so when we play together, we learn so much from each other.
Now, folks will unfortunately have to wait until Sunday afternoon to hear this specific duo play. But Keith and Lindsay, as you know, there are a dozen other soloists and group performances that are all coming to this year's American Folk Festival, and that's all kicking off around this time tomorrow evening. So there'll be plenty to see here at the American Folk Festival before Prokopka takes the stage with his accordion. Live in Bangor, I'm Samantha Sugarman. Lindsay, I'll send things back to you.
Right. I'll be there tomorrow as well at the Folk Fest to check it out.
Doing the weather, come say hi to Keith.
It'll be good,
in the
yes.
area. Well, you can also check this out across Maine, too. The iconic Wienermobile making 5 stops this week in Maine, so be on the lookout. Oscar Mayer's 27-foot hot dog on wheels will be stopping in Cumberland, York, Androscoggin, and Oxford counties. We have the full list of locations at our website and mobile app.
Yeah, the vehicle idea has been around for 83 years. Oscar Mayer uses it to promote across the country, logging thousands of miles. Its driver, who calls himself Meat Man Mitch, says people can get a free hot dog at the event.
All the more reason to go check it out. Very good. A lot more coming up on News Center Maine at 5:30. Pat Callahan is here with a preview. Hi, Pat.
Hi, Lindsay. Do you suppose a lot of dogs chase the Wienermobile? Because I would think that would be a dream come true for them. But something we'll have to take up at another time. Coming up at 5:30, former Governor Paul LePage joins fellow Republicans at an event promoting President Trump's economic policies. News Center's Don Carrigan will fill us in on that. A mistake by a mom in Arizona nearly leads to the death of her child. And the video of what happens to someone left in a hot car is getting attention across the country. And some of Maine's senior citizens are in danger of losing the services that allow them to stay independent and in their homes. Jackie Mundry will show us what's at stake. It's all coming up in just a couple of minutes on News Center at 5:30.
All right, Pat, thanks so much. You know what's not on your list of jobs?
What's that?
Freaking people out from brain drops.
No, but we could do that again today. By the way, everyone was worried about me with that Oscar Mayer story, and Pat's the one who made the joke, so.
Just saying.
Just saying.
We know who the professional is
Brain
here.
drops coming up.
We should just make this the show open and then you anchor.
Yeah, turn everybody off right away. So I saw this yesterday too. Extreme weather making spiders extra feisty. So they did this study down across the Gulf Coast, and they checked out spiders before a hurricane, 3 days before they knew it was coming, and then after. And what they found is they were more aggressive after the hurricane. What they think is actually happening is the more aggressive spiders are able to survive the aftermath of the hurricane, whether it be flooded out, so there's less prey for them around, and so then they have more spider babies that are aggressive, and it's a inherited trait in these particular type of spiders. So what you end up with is increased rate of aggressive spiders in areas that are continuously hit with tropical storms.
Excellent.
Which is
I've
kinda
never
interesting.
been more happy to hear our producer give you the rap.
Yeah, I know, yeah, and that says a lot. It says a lot.
News Center Maine at 5:30 starts right now.